Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. I'm happy to see you again in this kind of material, which is called question tag. I'd like to explain about question tag. Okay. The first one is the use of the question tag. So, a question tag is a short question at the end of the statement. For example, that you can see in the screen, he won the prize, didn't he? So in the beginning of the sentence, you can't see the question yet. You see the question in the end of the sentence. We use question tag when we want to check if the information is truly correct. So in every English material that you have the form, the first one, if you can see here when how to use the form of the question tag is use question tag at the end of the sentence. That's the requirement of how to use the question tag. That's I told you before that the example of the question tag. He won the prize, didn't he? Yeah, so the question didn't he? It's it emphasized that it's a question tag. Yeah. So the form also have the negative and the positive question. For example, if the sentence is a positive, so you need the negative question tag. For example, you have seen that film, haven't you? So you can see the form of the sentence is positive. Yet, when you want to make the question tag should be negative. Otherwise, when the sentence is negative, the question tag should be positive. So you can see in the 2.b example, you haven't seen that film, have you? So it would be very different. Yeah? In the 2.a, the you have seen that film, which means that the sentence is positive. So in 2.b example, that you can see is the negative statement. So the simpler thing that you need to remember when you use the question tag is if you see this, the positive sentence, you just say the question tag for negative one. But if you see the negative statement, you need to have the positive question tag. Yeah. So be careful when you have the contents negative word like never, hardly. The question tag should be positive because never and hardly means that the negative. For example, Anna never goes anywhere. Does she? Yeah. When you couldn't see not in the sentence yet, never and hardly means that the negative. Yeah. So the next one, the question tag consists of auxiliary and pronoun. Yeah, that you can see. Yeah, the red words in the screen. We use the auxiliary verb that is used in the previous sentence. If there is no auxiliary verb, she used does or do in the present and did in the past. Yeah. For example, it would be very simpler to identify the question tag when the auxiliary verb appears. Yet you need to think more to find the question tag when you don't see the auxiliary. For example, you live near here, don't you? You live near here, don't you? You use tone, do, and tone because live here means that in the present tense, yeah, and the subject is you. And the second example is you turned left, didn't you? You can see the verb to in the verb turn means that the past tense, and then the subject. Whenever the subject in the past tense, the auxiliary is only did. Yeah? Okay. The next one. So some verb form question tag differently. For example, when we use I'm helpful, so we can use am I, yet you use aren't I. Yeah, I am helpful, aren't I? So it would be very different from the form of the negative statement using am. For example, I'm not arrogant, am I? Yeah. So there is should be isn't there. Yeah. There are should be aren't there. Yeah? That is should be or that is or this is should be isn't it or isn't that. Yeah. That's very simpler. That's very simple to use. Yet if you have no more practice how to use the question tag, it would be very difficult for you because language is only about practice and practice. So you would have the habitual using English. Uh, well, so when we answer question tag, we often use short question. Short answer. For example, you are French, aren't you? So you just say, yes, I am, or no, I'm not. She's got a dog, hasn't he? Yes, she has, or no, she hasn't. And the third one, you smoke, don't you? Yes, I do, and no, I don't. So that's a simple sort. When someone asks you using question tag, you just need to answer with the short answer, yes or no. Yeah. Well, this is the um, example in essential or crucial part for the intonation. When someone asks you using question tag, you need to uh, pay attention in the intonation. When we are sure of the answer, the voice goes down in the question tag. When we are sure of the answer, the voice goes down in the question. That means that question tag is only for emphasize. Yeah? Emphasize that actually you know the information already. Yet to emphasize the information, you use the question tag with the voice goes down. For example, John doesn't like gold, doesn't he? Yeah. John doesn't like gold, doesn't he? Means the question tag in voice goes down means that you know already about the information actually, yet you need to emphasize the information. Yeah? So the speakers know John doesn't like gold. Just to emphasize that the speaker used the question tag. When we are not sure of the answer, the voice goes up. Yeah. When we doubt about the answer, the voice goes up. They left for Milan, didn't they? They left for Milan, didn't they? So the question tag has the different meaning just only from the intonation. So please be careful when you use the question tag. The last one, before I close the material for the question tag, I hope you have understood how to use the question tag well. So the first one, you need to care in the form of the question tag. The first, if you have this positive sentence, the question tag should be negative. If you have the negative statement, the question tag should be positive. And also the other crucial thing that you need to know is the intonation. Yeah, intonation. When someone asks you using question tag with the voice goes down means that he only, or if we want to ask someone but we already know the information, we use the question tag with the voice goes down. Otherwise, when we need to answer or we doubt about the information to someone, we can use the intonation for question tag, the voice goes up. Thank you so much for attention. I hope this video helps you full in understanding how to use the question tag. Billahi fi sabil haq fastabiqul khairat. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.